I just couldn't wait. I need to play more of this game. It's too good. So, let us continue in the Goblin Garden. Alrighty. Let's talk to, what's his name? Snell again. You approach him below a sprawling tree. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master. Go ahead, cleric. With a proud smirk, he motions towards the wooden throne. Much of his personhood hinges upon that throne and its owner. You should stand before the throne, address her court. Alright. Lady Sageleaf. The goblin glares at you with his muscles. A not-so-tiny dictator. I'm curious. Pixie dust slush. An apple. Ring of regeneration. Slowly regen HP over time. You approach the throne. The sprites flutter, their glow illuminating the trunks of this great tree. Its roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, her smirk as bright as it is threatening. Interesting. Her eyes follow you with an intensity. Reminds you of a certain pale man. So this is the dragon, yes? I can see it. Her glare is magnificent. Cleric of Norvik, of earth and river, her shrill voice echoes out through the chamber. She's talking to you. You're the cleric. I was assured by your masters, the top brass of the palace itself. Her words are tainted in disdain. Her voice causes you to shiver. They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. So tell me, human. You should run. No, wait, you can't. But you should. Dominion. She has control here. Why am I sitting here waiting? It's not that late. Only been like a day. An immense presence. You have no power here. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. I had an accident. It's only been a day. My apologies, lady. My masters are idiots, but I'm here now, don't worry. I had an accident, or my apologies, lady. I don't know. I don't know. I had an accident. Yes, I know about your little trip down the river. That is no excuse. How do you know about the river? I almost died. I literally died. The Earth Guard should have sent someone else, like a big shot paladin or something. I literally died. She clicks her tongue behind a set of sharp teeth. No excuse. Her frown turns into a wary expression. Whatever. She does not feel like mauling you now. You're dancing on a fine line. Hers is a frightful presence. You can't take this much longer. You need to get out of here. Okay, we should be able to do this. Do not become frightened. Nice. You brace your entire being as you meet her glare. With trembling innards, you resist. She lifts her chin. You stand. Good. She's not impressed, just happy you did not completely lose your mind. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno in the middle of the day, right on Pillar Road. My road. The way she says that causes you to tremble. And yet the magistrate Darrow, she spits out the name like it's a curse word, he alone believes the Halfway Bridge tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. She appears to have been stewing over this annoyance for some time. Her anger is pure and intense. She's trying to reel it in. The magistrate speaks for the city. Why does Darrow say that? Where is your usual jurisdiction? Where exactly is the tea shop located? Why does Darrow say that? Because he is a fool born out of nepotism and alcohol. Horrific slander. Sounds awesome. Where is your usual jurisdiction? She leans back and picks something from between her fangs. I have an official recognition of law on Lower Tolstad. The definition of that has always been vague. Some see it as anything below ground level, some as below water level. And where exactly is the tea shop located? It is, or was, rented out of a corner of the central fort, just above the holes next to the pillar. She snaps her finger towards the goblin to her right. That means it's a part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady. My people have been handling that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it is the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. That's one hell of an accusation. Don't slander the great city of Norvik, Goblin. It sounds shady. Or I'm just here to do my job, lady. Sounds shady. Her sharp glare stabs you. Normal business in Norvik. And don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Snell, she says, and beckons towards the comely goblin. He approaches the roots and takes a bow. Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They've yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. How can know that? I think, how can you know that, maybe? You should trust the magistrate. You want to check it out yourselves. Of course. The lady glances at him, to which he responds by making a nervous face. He's embarrassed. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was slow at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks. Thank the gods, or who were the injured. Thank the gods. The gods? She says, her voice almost purring. I wonder, who are the injured? We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's the sort of prefix used by Earthfolk. A human, most likely. Ha, that ain't a real name. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. Sorry. One person said, quote, he looked like one of them dragoneers, you hear? A real adventuring man, end quote. Another said he was looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Waterlane. Either he went down into the dungeon or over to Waterlane. Got it. And remember, if he's wearing yellow, he's got style. Frank, son of Frank? Yeah? That's a fake name. Uh-huh. A engineer? If you believe it, the comment was from one of the militia members. Could be smart to check the city below just in case, despite the dangers. Down to Waterlane? Yeah, seems like he was heading in that direction, though down could mean a number of things, Waterlane included. Fancy yellow outfit. I'm assuming some type of Reedsian fashion. Was he inside at the time? I doubt it, considering the state of the building. Why was he there? We don't know. He is annoyed to have to answer that question. Where is he now? We don't know. Sounds like you were handed a tough hand. Yeah. Although one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else, we don't know. Anything else you do know? Snell gives a nervous look to his master before answering you. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises her claw. The unveiling has begun, cleric. Secrets in the ashes. Corruption, madness, she claws at her wooden throne. Politics. Bureaucracy wears her down. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished. A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. I will bring justice to Norvik, a rogue spellcaster. Isn't there an anti-magic task force we can call for? Can't he deal with it? Point at Snell. I will bring justice to Norvik. I certainly hope so. The lady clears her throat loudly. I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge Tribe and the Earthguard City Clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. No creature foul or fair shall escape my rage. Words seep out from her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon her in awe. She is theirs to serve. The dragon has spoken. Nod solemnly. She looks upon you with a grim expression. The goblin is worried. Her hope is that you step it up and take on this investigation properly. Her fear is that you will screw it up legendarily. Snell, she says, waving towards him. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, he says, bowing his head. You're the handler of this case. You worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone. You catch the goblin trying to stop a grin from spreading across his face. Ooh la la, complimented by his queen. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture. His face lights up. A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstad. You're going to have the pretty boy around? Damn, I thought this was going to be fun. His expression is that of shock. He did not expect this. Do not disappoint me, Snell. It appears you've received a party member on your divine mission. Sad it had to be a damn goblin. A new member to the party. He ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, your will be done. The mystery of the tea shop shall be uncovered. The sooner the better. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, cleric. Snell has joined us as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding your way across Tolstad. For as much as she told you, there's a danger you're missing here. The lady is keeping information from you. I visited the tea shop entrance, but it was shut. Yeah, by esoteric decree. So you gotta ask your coin lord for the passphrase, unfortunately. And we also should look for that witness. Yeah, our Frank, dressed in yellow. He winces. Either on Water Lane or down in the city below. Yeah, the port or the dungeon. I'd suggest the port since it's slightly less life-threatening, generally speaking. How do I gain access to the tea shop? Talk to your boss, Dara, or... I guess he's not your direct boss or whatever, but you'll need to get an audience with him if you want to get inside the tea shop. Right, and where is this tea shop again? You know, the massive pillar reaching endlessly up into the sky? Yeah, just west of that. I like you already, Snell. Ah yeah, mutual for sure. Let's go. Alright. A tunnel to Central Tolstead. Tunnel to the lower layer. Viskin's Lich House must be located within these walls just a bit further up. I'm curious. Aha! It's the one-way door. Do you want to talk to Nissan before we leave? The elf looks you up and down as you approach. Human. A friendly greeting. What do you want to know, human? Never mind. Hey, Snell, why are you acting weird? Shut up. He turns away from you and the mushroom lady. Do not worry. The ladies' runner here is not a fan of fungi. I'm just keeping a safe distance, alright? He takes a few more steps away. Your companion must have had a bad experience with mushrooms at some point. You should inquire about that later. This info will come in handy later for sure. Alrighty. It's through here. Ah, yes. This area. Drunk Sphinx opens at 1800. An almost intact and endlessly rising pillar, the centerpiece of Norbik. Pillar of your towers before you. He's speaking to you. Touch the pillar. Touch the wondrous pillar. You place your hand upon the smooth surface. The whisper gets louder. It says something to you, something weird. No, wait. It's a conversation, one you don't take part in. Guess you can try and join it. We have disadvantage, the goblin is impatient, but we have advantage because we meditated on it. Nice. Speak. Hello? The goblin perks up. Ah, not me, sorry. The pillar vibrates. Hello? The whisper lies inside of you or something. It says he is here. Who is here? It says divinity. It says death. It says necrocrat. What? The voice ends. Your hand is repelled from the surface. Ouch, step back. Weird. You understand plainly. There's more to this pillar you need to investigate. In time and further below. Finish up. You approach your companion. Let's get on with it. I'm sorry to have to do this, but I think I need to take a break. So I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. I have some stuff to take care of by myself. Go solo is interesting. Why are you scared of mushrooms? I'm not. A lie. But the mushroom lady said you were. He takes a deep breath. Okay, fine. I don't like them. They're freaky and mushy and smell like mold. Just plain don't like them. But I'm not taking questions on it, so... Anything else you want to ask, or can we go? Where do I sleep tonight? I don't know, cleric. He gives you a defeated look. Can't the city pay for something? You're a cleric, for God's sake. Guess I could ask the coin lord? Ah yeah, Darrow's your boss on this job, isn't he? Guess you got another thing to talk to him about. Fun! So what's your position in all this? Whatever do you mean by that, cleric? Why are you helping me in this rough world of ours? I'm here on behalf of Lady Sageleaf. Her will is for the secrets of Tolstad to not suddenly burst, or the streets of Tolstad to not suddenly burst into flames in the middle of the day. Her will be done, so to say. Got any family? I'm a goblin, what do you think? Goblins normally live in tribal societies with a broad family structure. Your companion most likely has at the very least a dozen or so siblings. Any less would be remarkable, even in Norvik. Why would you care about goblin family structures? Shut up, intelligence. They don't even have their own culture. That was the point of their genocide. Got a wife and kids? Nah, single for now, and trust me, this goblin ain't getting no offspring. Thank the gods for that. Yeah, fuck them kids. Why would you say that? Kids are wonderful, or I see you're infertile. Yeah, fuck them kids. The goblin rubs his temples. Uh-huh. But why are you really here? My motives are not of interest, cleric. He does not want to disclose his inner feelings to you. Understandable. You're kind of creepy. I have some other questions. Really, how surprising. This place is insane. Yeah. I mean, I don't agree since I grew up here, but I can imagine. You grew up here? Well, he points to the east side of the ravine. You glance over the edge and see a ton of little apartments dotting the other side as well. One of the bigger complexes there. That's where I grew up, along with most of the other goblins of my generation. Though these days, they keep the nurseries in safer areas, mostly because kids kept trying to climb the scaffolding. He grins. Those were the days. Remind me, what were we doing again? Apart from disturbing the peace, what do you want to know? Tell me a bit again about this tea shop. Again? You want me to go over the general stuff again? No, I was kidding. Good, we got shit to do. Alright, let's go. Pray. Contemplate the coin lord of Norvik. Powerful man with much to lose. fails his grip, there is no reason to appease him. If he retains it, you are wise to stay in his ire. To stay his ire. Contemplate the star witness. One strange detail. A fake name. A man in yellow. Follow the trail. Contemplate druidism. The Undercoast elf is a good woman. She holds many natural friends in this unnatural place. If you wish to seek the green path, then be nice to her and her friends. Perhaps one day you will join her. Just want to double check that it saved what I did when I talked to the seagull. Okay, yeah. I don't know, Cleric, it's a gall. Yeah, nod your head and leave. Would have been interesting to talk to him with Snell there. Alright, let's talk to the kiosk dude. Arn kiosk kid. What's he got? Norvikian post. +1 dex. Shivers and shrieks. +1 con, -1 wisdom. News in Norvik. +1 charisma. Modern man. A guide. +1 strength, -1 wisdom. To tame a dame. +2 strength, -2 charisma. Hex weekly. +2 wisdom, -3 strength.
Huh?
Hello there, sir. The kid behind the counter taps a pile of newspapers. You a postie? What the fuck did you just call me? I read magazines. No. Do you have time to answer some questions? I read magazines? Great, we got a bunch. You like fiction, tall tales of terrible tombs? Or maybe the Weekly Homestead if you're looking for a new place. I like fiction. Same, there's so much shit out, though. Hard to know what's decent. The kid looks distraught. Never mind. Welcome to the Pillar Kiosk. How can I help you today, sir? He looks around. Do you want to buy something? I have questions for you. Questions? What about? Mostly about the tea shop. Okay. He looks down the road. Not too much traffic lately, so sure. If my boss shows up, you gotta buy something, though. Can you just tell me the news? The boy stares at you. He's thinking of how to explain this to you. So here's the thing. We sell newspapers here. If I just tell you the news, we won't get any money. We? Are you a partial owner in this business? No. This kid is making an enormous profit for his boss each day, probably. Only your boss loses on this exchange. I suppose? Let's fuck him together, you and me. Arn stares at your outstretched hand. He glances back and forth for a moment before a smile spreads on his face. Yeah, fuck him. Arn grabs your hand and shakes it. The free striders shall be eradicated with interactions such as this, one at a time. You've got some Azgallian spirit in you. Whoa, hold on. I ain't green. The boy's scared of the egalitarian dream. I'm red to the bone. Good as all humans should be. As long as you're not a free strider, Earth would be proud, kid. Do not be afraid. Azgal will return to us. Fuck politics, just tell me the news. As long as you're not a free strider, for sure. They're nothing but a... He stops himself and looks down. So you wanted news, right? The kid is a radical in hiding. The kid grabs a copy of the Post and starts reading. Sad. Would have been more fun if he grabbed News in Norvik. That one's mostly rumors and sensationalist bullshit. It's great. News in Norvik, the second biggest newspaper in the city, Free Strider aligned, infamous for their gossip and lowbrow journalism. So is it like the Sun? Election week, 5 parties above exclusion limit. Polling shows the Nationalists ahead at 40%. Free Striders and Azgalists being behind at 20 each. The Arcanists and Agrarians holding out just above the limit at around 5% each. These polls are mainly done in rich areas, you know, the human areas. Can't always trust the polls. The party of Norvik still won't comment on the missing paladin. This Gorm Skalderman fellow's been gone for a month at this point, but here's the drama. The first noble house in to be raised by Earth after the founding of Norvik, famously formed during a party where Jahilda the Bard with the silver voice performed for Earth, and he enjoyed it so much he immediately named her nobility and gave her a piece of the city to watch over. Her descendants became loyal servants to this day. He was last spotted heading down into the city below. Maybe he's stuck fighting undead or something. Or maybe he's dead, you know, after having fought some undead or whatever. Perfect place for Paladin. Neglecting his duties for the party, a disgrace. Probably dead, yeah. Perfect place for Paladin. He stares at the bottom of the page. Apparently, the party of Norvik is going to hold the election without him on the official list of members. The Lord Patriarch Akasam cannot be reached for comment, it says. Patriarch Akasam, the head of the state of Norvik and leader of the party of Norvik. He is an old man and is not involved with campaigning. He runs the city from the palace. So the Food Lord Trollmord will now head the list. And Coin Lord Darrow will be number 2. I wonder how that'll go. Food Lord, the magistrate handling agriculture, fishing, city stockpiles, rural communities, poor laws, food safety standards, and organizing festival. Currently held by Urkavol Trollmord in the Vargby district. Vargby, one of the 5 districts in Norvik, located in and around the Great Steam Pit in northwestern Norvik. Great Steam Pit, a deep crevice in northeastern Norvik that's connected with the river via a canal, a centerpiece of Vargby. Too bad for Lord Gorm, unless he's found before the actual election day, of course. Lord Gorm, the last anointed paladin of Earth, one of the original faces of the party of Norvik. He went missing a month ago, and many believed he has abandoned his post. If you're heading down in the city below, you should look for him. We'll see. Sure. Anyway, he mutters and turns the page. Azgalist rallies held all over the city. There's an op-ed about how the chant is being printed illegally and needs to be stopped. If anyone knows the location of the printers used in producing the chant, please inform your nearest Free Strider office immediately. You don't sell the chant here, do you? No, sir. No illegal papers here. He turns the page. The agrarian party has lost almost the entire working class vote. Over half the city guilds are giving official support to the green cause. The other half is bought by the free striders. The workers vote in their own interest. How surprising. A shame. Good they were useless. The other half is bought by the free striders. Yeah, the agrarian party seems out of the race more or less, along with the arcane circle and the conservational lobby. The arcane circle, a small political party in Norvik. In the latest poll, they had 0.5% of the votes. It is run by Rubric Prax and his apprentices at his infamous rotating tower in Ostrograd. So now it's a three-way tie from what I can see. The latest poll shows 36% to the Party of Norvik, 20% to the Revolutionary Free Striders Party, 24% to the Azgal Workers' Party. The Nationalists are in the lead, eh? Good to hear. The Free Striders will catch up. With my vote, they'll win for sure. At this rate, the Green cause will win in a landslide. No wonder the Arcane Circle failed. They should have had me as their leader, then they'd win easily. Very interesting, although I'm not involved in any of this, of course. At this rate, the Green cause will win in a landslide. The kid starts flipping the rest of the pages. Right, that's it, I guess, but, interesting. What? No, I just realized there's no mention of the tea shop yet. Guess they're keeping it out of the news cycle. Who is? It's not that big of a deal. Speaking of the tea shop, what do you know about it? Who is? The city, I guess. That's all the news. You want more info, you gotta buy one. What do you know about the tea shop? Except that it exploded? That part's pretty obvious, so yes. I was here, saw it with my own 2 eyes. Look over your shoulder towards the tea shop across the street. I heard it too. Definitely heard it. Walk me through it. Okay, I set up the kiosk at dawn. By noon, the morning rush had calmed down. I remember the bike rack was full. Water lane workers mostly commute on the new bridge and flotilla, but the halfway bridge does see a fair share of bikers every day and night. But by noon, it was pretty dead, which is great. Less work for me. Also, no dead in the streets. Or go on. Also, no dead in the streets. That too, sure. I hid in the back, thought it was attack. He's implying political motivation. How loud was it? Super loud. And shaky too. I almost fell over. What about the fire? I felt the heat, even all the way over here. It was like the kid gestures a large sphere for you. Really weird fire. Then he mutters, shrinking the size of his imagined sphere. Gone in an instant. Weird fire? Yeah, it was like, look, it's gonna sound really weird. Lean in and say, I like weird, or just say it, kid. It was blue. Blue fire indicates extreme temperatures. Only for a split second. When I looked again, the whole building was on fire, but it was a normal-looking fire. So I might have just imagined it. Interesting. I guess. Just kind of weird. You see anyone suspicious? Not really. Just the normal types. A goblin arguing with a human by the temple. Just some mild shouting about the business thing. Otherwise, pretty dead around here. Pretty dead around noon here, usually. Anything else you noticed? How about the bird? The goblin chimes in. Chime. Reflections of your esoteric inside. Yeah, sure. I did see Mr. Drummer. He's the owner of the tea shop. Former tea shop. Usually the tea shop opens in the afternoons on workdays. So it's not weird to see him walking around all day. Chatty fella. Buys a lot of newspapers. Where was he going? Don't know. Saw him leaving the tea shop right before noon. Right before noon. Yeah, right before the massive explosion occurred. The kid clicks his tongue. When you put it like that, look, I don't know where Mr. Drummer is or where he went. Just saw him rushing down the stairs. Guessing he headed for water lane like everyone does. Did anyone else enter or leave the tea shop? No, just Mr. Drummer, he says, confidence in his voice. It was a boring day, so I pretty much just people watched all morning. Mr. Drummer was the only one I saw leaving the tea shop that all day. Well, until the explosion. Did you see him enter and no one else entered all morning? Did Drummer act strange when he left? Did you see him enter? He stops and thinks. Actually, no. I never saw him enter that morning, so I guess he must have slept there or entered before dawn. And no one else entered all morning. Not a soul. Usually not too many people there in the morning, or forenoon, really. Forenoon, that's a good word, I like that. People just should say that more often. Feels very Norvikian. I see. Yeah. Did Drummer act strange when he left? Just in a hurry. Maybe saw him shuffle towards the stairs to the circle square. Probably headed down to Water Lane. Why Water Lane? It's the only place to go. Either that, or the Goblin Garden, or the city below. I don't think Mr. Drummer is a city below type of bird. Are you sure you saw him? Absolutely, no doubt, he trails off muttering to himself. He went downstairs to Pillar Crossing. That's all I saw. He is trying his best to remember. I've been going over it in my head. Pretty, shocking stuff. He's just a kid. Shouldn't have to deal with such terrible things. What can you tell me about the owner of the tea shop? Mr. Drummer's a customer. Seems nice enough for bird folk. A passively racist comment. Yeah. I've heard he hangs out at the Sphinx a lot, and that he's got connections with all sorts of folk. All sorts of folk? Politically. Azgalist use the tea shop a lot. I've got some buddies involved in that scene. That's all about the tea shop. Alright. About the owner of this kiosk. Oh, my boss? Thalasslos? He's a pretty nice merman. What do you want to know? Merman, a male merfolk, not to be confused with a mermaid. What does he do around here? He stocks a stall, usually really early in the morning. Beyond that, I think he just does other stuff. He owns a bunch of properties around the city, so he's usually pretty busy. Can I speak with him? I guess he's not very talkative, but he usually fishes beyond the kiosk in the afternoons. That's his only break from work, I think. But don't tell him I told you. What does he pay you? I get about 5 crowns an hour. That's a really good salary for someone my age. Yes, that's a decent salary. Good work, kid. That's an awful pay. You're clearly being exploited. You should be paid better for your service here. This feels a bit overzealous, but we've been leaning into the Azgalist talking points. He shrugs. The other kiosk kids get like half of that. Thalasslos is pretty generous. At least that's what my brother says. As long as you feel like you are selling your labor at a fair price, just remember to stay vigilant. Sir, but I don't really know what that means, but yes, absolutely. He's trying to avoid the subject to not cause you to become more aggressive. I've got some other things I want to ask. Right. Do you know a Frank, son of Frank? No, not really. His eyes shot open for a split second. He's lying. Just look at his eyes move around like that. The kid likes money. Give him something he'll sing. Charisma, about a 50-50 chance. Or slide him a crown. The kid stares at it. Really? He means it as, are you really giving me that much money for some silly information? Slide back the crown. He looks at you with his eyes. What else would he look at you with? You're confusing the poor lad. Slide it forward again. He stares at the coin. Do you want it or not? Yeah, I mean, sure. Or, yeah, I mean, sure. The kid grabs it with a smile. Thanks. There we go. Alright, big money, no whammies. Wah, yes. The power of manipulation flows through you. It's an esoteric effect, really. Because you know exactly what to tell this young lad. If there's anything you remember, the city needs to know, kid. Glare at him. Okay, maybe. Oh, there was one more thing. He enjoys the attention. I saw some dude with a big yellow backpack. That was earlier in the morning, but he stood out like a sore thumb. Plus, he bought a Freestrider magazine. A Freestrider magazine? Yeah, one of those open up the ports zines. Bunch of bullcrap. Zines. Bunch of bullcrap. The kid thinks about it. The fellow wasn't Earthfolk. Fancy clothes, covered in dirt. My guess would be a Resian merchant. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Why would you guess that? Did he try to sell you anything? Did you get his name? What was the fake name? Why would you guess that? He was tan in March. Even the hardiest farm gullers won't look that dark until the river run. River Run. Norvikian holiday celebrated at the start of summer. Traditionally, a bike race is held along River Torna each year. A good food and fresh crayfish by River Torna is served by various gatherings. The kids are supposed to run or bike along the river as the ships race each other. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Did you get his name? I asked, since he was so out of place. But he gave me a fake name and a thumbs up. The kid shakes his head. Ridiculous. Ask him, what was the fake name? The Star Witness update. Frank, son of Frank. Guy was, bucking with me. Street kiosk kid, swearing like a sailor. Did you see where he went? Yeah, down. Said he had an important meeting below, whatever that means. What did he look like? I don't know. Curly black hair, short beard, take your time. Kid thinks about it. Fellow was an Earthfolk. Fancy clothes, covered in dirt. My guess would be a Resian merchant. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. Okay, he's repeating yourself. Try and sell you anything? No, he was very polite, but didn't stay long. Felt like he was trying to hold a low profile. What was the fake name? Frank, son of Frank. Yes. Thank you for the information, citizen. No problem. That was a little weird, that dialogue tree, but I do want to purchase. Let's say citizen. Hold on. Yes. Can I ask you a favor? Anything, young man. You're the future of the city. There's I heard there's trouble down on Water Lane tonight. Please go and make sure that nothing happens. Okay? Why do you care if there's trouble in Tolstad? He looks down. Please, just do it. Give him a quick nod. Interesting. Dee 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 dee. You hear there's gonna be trouble down on Water Lane this evening on your first day on Tolstad. You should check it out. An Azgalist newspaper is being Printed on Tolstad. You should find the location of this copper press and the name of the secret editor. Alrighty. It's a DC 10. We've got a +1. Nah, we shouldn't. Maybe we can buy it.
Huh?
Hey, it's you again. Buying something? Uh. Purchase Hex Weekly. Great choice. Women's magazines are really popular these days, even among men. Wow. Alright, there was somewhere to get my book rebound. I wanna go check that sign again. Then I wanna look at this bike. Water lane view. A handful of bicycles are stationed at the local bike rack. Bicycle, a tool for the common man to reach distances efficiently and safely. An invaluable tool for an egalitarian society. Famously used by freestriders during the early revolution to escape magocratic forces. Now a symbol of many free cities and reeds. Bikes are nice. Bike racks are stationed in many places around the city, usually in locales with lots of stairs. There's a stillness here, an uncommon sight at the heart of the city. This particular bike is yours. Check the chain lock. Lean in and take a closer look. The rusty chain seems brittle, but wrapped so hard around the tire that it would be annoying to get off, even if you had the key. Why would you wrap it like that? You should take better care of this magnificent bike. Good. No one will take your bike. Not even you, apparently. Wait, this is my bike? Yes, you fool. Keep up. Sure is. Best way of travel in Norvik, except, of course, on this god-forsaken island fortress. Where's the key? Not here. Did you lose it somewhere? Could getting the key be a quest? That does sound like a quest you would get. Sounds like a shitty quest. Find the missing key. The mystery of the bike key. Something like that would be perfect. No quest to be found here. Just sadness. Damn. The key is probably at the bottom of the river, along with the rest of your dignity. Hold on, when exactly did I come to Tolsted? On the 21st of March evening. Then you fell. This is as far as you came. The pain, sudden and striking. The hair at the back of your neck stands on end as you sense the sudden shift. I stumbled over the stone railing. Was I alone? Do I recall anything important? This is where I fell into a river. The river. Was I alone? No. A shove in the dark, swift and deadly. I stumbled over the stone railing. Yes. And you broke the shit out of it. Ooh, we gotta look at that. Do I recall anything important? You chained the bike. You stood up. Then pain. This is where I fell into the river. The goblin glances over to the broken fence. Interesting. You must have had a lot of drink if you took a stumble like that. Someone must have attacked me. Maybe. He gives you a curious expression. The expression says, how the hell are you alive? Considering everything, we better play it cool. Real cool. It's fine. You got my back, right? He chuckles. Nervously. Of course, cleric. He needs you alive. He glances down to the river once more. Oh, that's the time passing. Got it. Into fear. You see anything strange about this bike, Snell? No, it's a bicycle. He does not care. You like bicycles? Not particularly. You want to know a secret? Not particularly. This is my bike. Yeah, that seems to add up. First of all, don't ask me, you're an adult, do what you want. Secondly, how the fuck are you gonna take a bike around Tolston? You're gonna carry it up and down the stairs? This bike rack is set up here so that people can leave bikes before heading down the stairs to Water Lane. Sounds a bit annoying. Uh-huh, yeah. If you find a pocket bike, that's another thing. But leave this one be, cleric, we've got work to do. Bye, bike. Zerba B. Where is she? The dwarven girl gazes around the halfway bridge before her eyes land on you. She says nothing for a while, just staring at you. No real reaction on her face. Citizen? She looks around, clearly nervous. You're worrying her. By your presence alone. I'm waiting for a friend, but she hasn't shown up yet. I'm getting worried. I can help with that and get excited about a potential yet very minor quest. Oh, okay. Do we really have time for this? Snell whispers to you. She fidgets with her hands and clears her throat. This girl is neurotic and introverted. That's a mean way of phrasing it, but it is true. Her body language reveals all too much. She has glasses. She wears a green coat. She's a human, but not that much taller than me. We were supposed to meet up here, but she hasn't shown up yet. I'll go look for your friend with the glasses. Thanks. I don't spend much time on Tolstead alone, so I'm a bit lost. So thanks. Nod and leave. I think that is this person over this way, and we're headed this way anyways. I do want to see what's in here. Roller mill. Whoa, what the hell? A bunch of site safety rules. Then it says, if broken, contact your local union rep. Long way to fall. Should be safe. Something is stuck to the gear. Stress cube. The cogs keep spinning. Slang for a gelatinous cube. Gelatinous cube. A mindless yet dangerous cubic ooze. They are near impossible to spot due to their translucent nature and digest anything within their grasp with a horrendously acidic substance. They are common within dungeons, used as both guards and cleanup. But you notice something. A shiny red thing stuck to the inner part of the top wheel. You approach the cog, and the sticky red thing stuck to it. Grab the sticky red thing from the cogs without losing your fingers, or I will return. Yeah, DC 18. Stress cube. A letter wedged between some roof tiles. Resistance note. +1 strength, -2 wisdom. Interesting. Hex Weekly is one of those really old magazines that survived through the Coast War. It focuses on the home, family, and the lives of women, providing them with health advice and hints on how to feel good at any age. You don't get much out of it, honestly, except maybe a better understanding of the female perspective. Just looking at it makes you feel a bit emasculated. A piece of paper stuck in between the roof tiles. A handwritten note entitled Important Notice. To resistance members of Tolston. It sounds like a good organization. What are they resisting? Read the note. Tonight's ting is cancelled. Meet up tonight on Water Lane instead. It's time to stop the chant. Signed by R. The chant? The Azgal newspaper. A locally produced newspaper by Azgal authors. Water Lane, you know what Water Lane is, don't be stupid. It's right down below, the underground port, largest port in the city. Closest path is probably through Pillar Crossing. When's this meeting? This evening, it seems. Tonight should mean something like between 1900 and midnight, or something. Right, interesting. Yes, you should support these youngsters. You ever hear about a resistance, Snell? Yeah, the Norvik Resistance or whatever, minor organization, basically a bunch of human kids causing trouble. I only know of them because they wiped away some goblin graffiti a couple months ago. I went and talked with one of their moms, nice old lady in East Housing. After that, we didn't have any more trouble. A nickname for the housing district where the poors live. The housing district. One of 5 districts in Norvik, the poorer area on the west side of the river, named as such due to the Earth folk originally being housed here while Earth cleared out the ruins in what is now known as the Palace. They're nationalists? Nationalists, I think. Bunch of boys. Human boys tend to lean nationalistic for certain reasons. Boys can be non-fascistic, it's possible. Sure, anything's possible. I'll stop now and leave. Yada da, yada da. Okay, I'm gonna first check out. Looking out over the ledge towards the roller mill's blades, you see them spinning as per usual. Ooh, there it is. Except in one of them, there's something stuck. You see a rod. A fancy thing, decorated. How did it end up there? An esoteric event? What are you looking at? Oh. He mouths and stares at the same thing you're looking at. Looks like a rod? Weird. Advantage from Snell. Nice. What the hell is that? Some kind of magic item, perhaps? Maybe some kid threw it into the roller mill blade. Wait, wouldn't it be dangerous to try and grab it? You could die, yes, but it might be worth it, maybe. Let's try. We've got... We gotta roll a 13 or higher, and we've got advantage. Nat 20, baby! First nat 20 of the game. You reach out, leaning as far as you can. Oh, for God's sake. The goblin grabs onto your skirt. Uniform. He grabs onto your uniform. Balance on the edge, and you get it. It's a hard wooden frame with fancy iron set pieces on each end. Along the handle is a button. However, it appears permanently pressed down. Oh, it's an immovable rod. I've seen one of those before. I don't think it's supposed to move, though, right? Investigate it. A quick swipe of your hand reveals its magical nature. The tingle. However, the item is clearly broken. Broken how? Try giving it to the goblin. The goblin grabs the rod. Let go. As you do, the goblin holds it alone. Yeah? It's really light. It's esoteric, clearly. Try tossing it into the air. He shrugs. Okay. He tosses his hand up, and the rod does not leave his palm. What? He mutters and tries to let go of the magic item. I can't. It's like I'm glued to it. What the hell? Here. The goblin hands it over to you without a problem. He looks perplexed. Try touching it against the ground. As you do, it gets stuck to the ground. Somehow. It's a broken, immovable rod. It's a movable rod? Yes, great name. Huh. Whatever object it touches last, the rod will be esoterically locked and aligned with. It cannot be moved once it touches an object until it comes in contact with a second object. What constitutes an object in this case? That would be an esoteric designation, usually determined by belief or common esoteric forces, or set in specific rules left by your. In this case, it seems to indicate a dynamic object connected via mass. Were you to cut off your arm, that arm would be a new object. Were you to place that arm on the ground, it is not a new object. But were you to, for example, staple the arm to the ground via pitons, then it could potentially constitute as a part of the ground, depending on how harsh the defining forces are in this particular case. Either way, there's no real use in defining those rules right now, but it would be interesting for further study at a later date. So what can this be used for? Used? Oh, nothing. It's quite literally a useless stick. Really? Well, if used very carefully, it could be a bookend. You know how it works? It touches to one thing, and when it touches a new thing, it's stuck to that instead. Something like that? Something, sure. Look, it's clearly useless, but now you know. Was it worth it? I mean, it's a cool stick. It is a very, very interesting stick. Those can never be bad, right? I'm trying to think what could possibly be the use case for something like this. Movable rod. An uncommon magic rod. When you press the button, it's supposed to stick in place. Near unmovable by anything but incredible forces. This one's broken, however. The button is permanently pressed down, which causes the rod to be permanently stuck, but only to the last surfaces it touches. You can carry it around. Kinda neat. +1 dex. If we ever need more dex, we can switch to that. Lady Chamar, Mountain Lamb. The hooded woman's cape flutters as an icy wind rushes through the Tolstad Rise. Oh, and we need to interact with this sign. I'm sorry to have to do this again, but I need to take another break. Sorry again about that prolonged break. The hooded woman's cape flutters as an icy wind rushes through the Tolsted rise. Her eyes are locked with yours. Greetings, what are you looking at? Or stare back. Her eyes do not falter. She is challenging you and your manhood, or is she flirting? This woman is not trying to intimidate you. She's probably just not very good at dealing with people. Greetings. Hello. Her voice is emotionless and spoken from deep in her chest, the voice of a priestess. I am Chamar. I hail from the slopes of the mountain. She bows her head slowly. A golden horde servant. A human from Divini Torum. One of 8 bands along the coast. It is an askew plain. A slope growing into the sacred wasteland. Home of celestials, birdfolk, and originally halflings, as well as the scars of divine warfare. Golden Horde? Yes. I do not have time to talk much. I am in service of the ambassador, as you can imagine. I am not here to socialize. What do you know about the tea shop? Nothing. I do not spend time on Tolsted. I am here on business today and will soon leave. But I am sorry for the destruction it wrought upon your city. What are you voting in the election? I am not a citizen of this city. Also, democracy is not something I approve of. She knows well how foolish it is. You don't want a voice? Why? She looks up to the sky. Men are weak. We speak so much, breed, and spread like an esoteric wave. Yet we do not have a view of the long term. Democracy depends on folk being informed. They are not. What if we informed them better? In a hypothetical scenario where folk could gain access to all information, they would still not be able to know what is true or not. Men are not built to make such important decisions en masse. We are lambs. We follow those greater beings. To answer your question, stranger, I would vote for whoever stops this foolish democratic dream. That's the nationalists, I think. Then I would vote for them or nothing at all. The people will rule better than any higher being. It is the only way to achieve equality, the Azgal way. Ah, the Dwarven delusion. I do not believe their ideas could construct anything lasting longer than a few centuries. The green dream can live despite this poor fascist's harsh words. An emotional and illogical national extremist, basically a cultist, a follower of fascism. An ideology born during the Coast War, formed out of Alexandro's dream of a long-lasting empire, born out of the fallen theocracy of reeds. Someone your patriarch quotes a lot. His ideas modernized theocracies and reeds, reviving them towards the end of the arcane era. But I wish you luck on your journey. Why are you staring at me so much? Is that a bad thing to do in the city? I mean, not if you have good reason. What reason? Flirting or hatred? I don't know. Forget I brought it up. Okay, I will do so. I will stop making eye contact in accordance with your local norms. She speaks so mechanically. Strange woman. I have some personal questions for you. I do not have time for your inquiry. Please. She says and bows her head. Understandable. Thank you. Right. Goodbye. The wooden boards have faintly glowing lettering on them. Floating just an inch off the surface, the names of several locations are spelled out. A common type of magical ink creates permanent messages on any surface until dispelled, of course. This appears to be the more advanced kind, with a magic mouth-like ability. It can react to your commands and reshape temporarily. The sixth message, however, is only painted into the plank. Which way is Dara House? The words reshape for a moment into up, the temple slope, and the golden stairs. Ancestral home of the Darrows, one of the most influential noble families in Norvik. Which way is the Tolstad Center? Up the temple slope and through Toll's route. You do not have time to take a stroll around the entirety of Tolstad. Focus. Which way is Pillar Road? Down the temple steps. Just follow the, massive pillar rising endlessly into the sky, and you'll find Pillar Road pretty easily. Which way is Tolstad Field? Down the temple steps, across the circle square. The local park. Which way is Waterview Lane? Down the temple steps, across the circle square, through the garden tunnel, over the pillar crossing. Takes a while to get there. Most commuters take one of the wood bridges. Which way is Goblin Garden? The painted letters on the plank do not reshape into a guided message. If we could afford that fancy magic ink, it'd say downstairs, over grass, into tunnel, glory to Sageleaf, probably. Clear and concise. Good sign. Youth Azgal Medissa. What you got? The Azgal Chant. I will take one. Engage. You see a girl with glasses stuffing a mail slit with a magazine. Yeah, that's not a courier, he whispers to you. What do you mean, Snell? She's delivering the news clearly. The girl gives up on trying to jam the slightly too large paper into the mailbox opening. Huh? She looks at you, adjusting her glasses. Help push the paper into the slit, DC 12. Well, shit. That's gonna go away, probably. But if I fuck it up, it's gonna suck. She takes a step back as you approach the mailbox slit. Cleric? Silently press on the paper. With the force of at least a dozen angry muscles, you grab onto the edges of the half-entered paper and powerfully press it into the slot. You do realize once done that you probably didn't need that much force to press it in, but it sure looks good. I did not ask for help, but you got it. I don't have time for this. Medissa, you hear a voice call out from down the alley. Let's go. She glances at the stack of papers and mutters to herself, shit. We gotta get done before the evening, otherwise Waterlane is screwed. You hear the girl in green groan as she grabs her stack of papers. She then rushes down the alleyway. Not sure what that was about, but did you see the armband? Azgalist. The armband, yes. She is Azgalist. She's just some girl, no need to care. I'm done here. Yoink. The magistrate's apple tree. It's bracken. It's a very pretty tree. A branch from the majestic apple tree in the magistrate's yard. a sign of humanity's greatest ability to grow and nurture the natural world. This tree was most likely a gift from Lady Sageleaf. Seen anything suspicious lately? How do I reach those apples on the roof? Climb the branches. Goodbye. Snell gives you a concerned glance. Then he too turns to the tree and growls. You better answer quick if you want to keep your leaves, buddy. The tree does not respond. Damn it. Guess we'll never know. Ba. The Azgal chant. A low-quality copper pressed paper with beautifully dwarven iconography on the cover. This is printed with love and care, and the articles are written with the working class in mind at every step. It's extremely radical and highly Azgalian. I might as well take this since we're going to be here for less than a week. How do I reach the apples on the roof? You would have to use Mage Hand, of course. A common arcane cantrip can be used to grab things from afar. Very useful. In order to procure, make sure to dive through every source of esoteric knowledge you can find on this forsaken island fortress. Do not bother, just climb up, it's easy. 8 or higher, 8 or higher. Big money, no whammies. Well, fuck me. Grab the branch and cleric, careful you heave yet you do not hoe. Ouch! Though despite the rolling landing, you'll still in a sense make it. Ouch, get up, leave. Branch from the majestic apple tree in the magistrate's yard. A sign of humanity. Gotta climb down. Ow. Fuck! Ow. Oh, it was 1d6. I could have died. Oh, God. Etir, City Sworn Angel. In the Coin Lord's garden, you encounter a porcelain specter. Her armor glimmers, her very presence blinding you. Oh shit, hold on. She floats gently in the air, strangely unaffected by the river winds. Your goblin companion keeps his distance, muttering under his breath a word of disdain. Angel. Angel? The creature does not turn to face you. Instead, her many eyes simply pivot their gaze. A handful of Celestials are employed by the city after the Clan Lands Deal of 13. A term for the unified halfling states in Western Ascan. The official name is the Fordnip Commonwealth, although many avoid this term to not annoy envoys of the Golden Horde. The unified states of halfling lands in Western Ascan, also known as the Clan Lands, they were allies of Norvik in the early days of the conquest. Today, the relationship is strained after Norvik refused to aid them against the Golden Horde. The conquest, the correct way of referring to the historical event in which humans founded Norvik. Most humans, however, refer to it as the Reconquest. The Reconquest, a historical event in Norvik. It began with Earth's landing in 466 AE and is said to have been finished by 468 AE, when Earth finished eradicating the trolls who roamed the ruins of Tulinkatl. It is a point of contention if it should be called a reconquest or just a conquest, as no humans had ever lived in the location before. A monster native to Ascan. They exist in broad categories, from small and mostly harmless green trolls to mutilated, volatile cursed trolls. They vary in intelligence, strength, and organizational abilities, but they are a core enemy of the Earth folk. It was Earth who destroyed their rising kingdom during the late Arcane Era. Green troll, standing only slightly taller than the average human. These trolls live among the moss and stone of Ascani woods. They are hunter-gatherers and seldom organize into anything resembling civilization. Though they mostly avoid humans since the conquest, they are known to both attack travelers and raid settlements near their territory. Arcane Cleric of the Palace, Script House, and Earthguard. The flowers of the Coin Lord's garden dance beneath her. Slaves to her beauty. This is the one. This Valkyrie. Keep her safe. You? Keep her safe? She'll wreck you, buddy. Point at yourself. Rag. She now lifts her chin. Then she opens her mouth to speak in a projected cold tone. Etir. She says her name like a declaration of existence. Not really an introduction, more a checklist of etiquette. As she states her name, you realize her mouth is not moving. Telepathic communication. The goblin gives you an uncomfortable look. He clearly does not enjoy having telepathic conversations like this. Snell is joining the mind talk. Great. I have some things I need to ask. She stares at you with many, many eyes. Speaking with this ethereal creature is unnerving. Whatever you do, don't mention the eyes. You should mention it, the eyes. She'll appreciate it. Yes, stand tall. Tell her how you feel. This is what a man would do. Keep your mouth shut. Probably not worth it, but still. Coward! Hey, Snell whispers to you. Don't mess with this fucking thing. Be careful now. Cut to the chase. She clearly has no interest in small talk. I'm here to investigate the tea shop. The eyes just stare at you. Then they gently spin around her. Great, nice, we got that cleared up. It's like talking to a brick wall. She's very non-vocal. She stares back 100-fold. Great, so the eyes stop spinning. She can sense your impatience. The creature is dread itself. I need to speak with Darrow. Slowly, the angel turns her face towards you for the first time. Oh gods, you're a dead man. Walk away, walk away, walk away. You can feel Snell sweating. Malutki Presmowil. She is mocking you for sure. Why is everyone in this damn district mocking you? They should treat you with respect. Take a step. Puff your chest. Okay, sure, now about the magistrate. You catch her head twitching to the left. A twitch? She's annoyed? Coin Lord Darrow is busy. I'm here on city business and I need to speak with him. She looks to her right towards the building leaning against the ancient tower. After a moment of silence, she says, Coin Lord Darrow will be available post-midnight. He will only be available after midnight between 0 and 600 hours. He will be in his restuier. Several of her eyes look to the entryway to her right. The door there, point to your left. Yes. Restuier, yes. Right. She says nothing. What a conversationalist. She only says what is needed. That is commendable. I need access to the tea shop now. Coin Lord Darrow has requested no unauthorized access, but I am authorized. You are not. Nod your head. I need to fix my items. Well, I do want to talk to this person. Let's look at the questing tree first. Clash between the Norvikian resistance and the Azgalists. Pinja Athena. Standing on the corner, you see a woman in a green coat. Her intense gaze focused on the cityscape horizon across the river. Careful, cleric, Snell says under his breath. Easy to slip and fall here. Greetings, citizen! She turns her head. The expression is cold. She is mourning. Yes? A busy woman just standing on a ledge, doing nothing. Sure. This is a real lady. Impress her with your poetry skills. Elves are scary. Don't trust her. I have some questions for you. She breaks eye contact, once again facing the river. Call me Pinja. Tervehdis. It is as if she is searching for something. What are you doing here? Waiting. She's anxious. For what? She looks up at the pillar of the ore. I have a friend in need of help. That sounds like a quest. Me? I can help. Me? I do that. She shakes her head. No, I've caused enough trouble as it is. No, she has to give you this quest. It sounds perfect. Please, I want to help. The elf is quiet. A little show of first force, you'll be able to get your hands on this quest. Convince her you can help. Nat 20. Feel a surge of confidence. There's only one way to make her give you this quest. Prove your Oh no, prove your heroic qualities. You know who I am? I'm the man that'll save the world one day. If your friend needs help, I'm the guy to do it. She stares at you for a while, taking you in. Then she gives a little smile. Success. What's the quest, my fair lady? She looks away once more. There's a paladin, Lord Gorm of Norvik. The missing paladin? She nods. He is a city paladin. He's lost his way completely. Is he here on Tolstad? She glances towards the pillar. Her look is stern. He is close. She means he is physically close, but spiritually far gone. Or the other way around. I cannot say much, but if I could just have one more chance. She holds back great anger and sadness. If you can find him, Ragan, tell him. Tell him sincerely and with all of my heart. He can go fuck himself. The tone of voice is like the shriek of a banshee. Gorm is not her friend. He is the one in danger. Who's your friend then? She is... The elf closes her mouth and shakes her head. She is protective of her friend, a good soul. Can you tell me anything that would help me on this quest? Leaning forward, she whispers to you one thing. Lord Gorm might be lost, but you don't have to be. Truth. She looks up towards the cloud where the pillar disappears into the blue. Where can I find him? She shakes her head. If I find him, I will let you know. Thank you. Quest acquired. Well done. Now you just need to find a lost, drunk, famous paladin somewhere in this massive maze of a city. But you know about the tea shop. Sad what happened. She looks down into the river. I agree. A tragedy. Tea shops are sacred. The elf does not appear to listen to you. She simply nods and mutters, Are you here to look into the tea shop? More or less, yes. Oh. What do you think happened? Rogue spellcaster. You see the elf look at you with her piercing eyes. Thank you for your service. It's my duty, nothing else. The elf says nothing and just turns away again. Talkative lady. She is grieving. How are you connected with this missing paladin? She shakes her head slowly. Can't talk about that? She nods. Full name? Pinja Thena. Translation, Pinja of the Meld, an elf of the Ilium forest. Interesting. Athena is an elven title granted to those related to Ilium the Mender. She could be rich, and elves tend to be that. You feel a great emotion well up inside you as you turn to leave. Tears. Tears for her and her friend. Hey, cleric, you okay? Yes, thank you, Snow. No problem, big guy. This journey will take much. Keep going. Interesting. Interesting. That was probably one of the most interesting interactions we've had so far. And I don't know what to say about it. All who pass are mine to keep. You see a bunch of scattered boxes and iron poles. Who tossed these in a pile? If the Free Striders were in charge, this would be organized already. How long do I have until the election? 5 days. It is March 22nd. The election will occur on the 27th. A glorious shrine to the one and only Earth. Contemplate the troublesome activists. They are young and brash, you've been there, but both sides want what's best for their city. Perhaps that is the solution. Contemplate the missing paladin. He was last seen here on Tolstead. Many know of him. If you find him, you will surely be rewarded. Grandwood carving of Earth, father of Norvik. You see something shiny in the dirt. Gimme, 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 gimme. Time reclaims all. You stare at the wondrous wood carving. However, you also notice a message carved into the base of the art piece. This was not of the artist's intention. It says, Goblin was here. Heresy. What kind of ingrate would defile a sacred object? Seems like Goblin's at work again. I should try and remove that message. Goblin was here. Stare at the message. Vandalization. Terrible to see. If you'd been here, you would have stopped it. Surely. Either way, you must become stronger to stop this disintegration of society from spreading. Famous artist, that guy. Never seen him, but you've definitely seen his work. A bit rude to just carve his name into the statue like that, but he's known to be a bit of a dick swinger. It's not a big deal, it doesn't matter. Really? Yeah, this is an old monument. It's fine, the past is the past. He squints and nods slowly. Sure. Goblin is an artist. He's technically wanted in most districts, but no one even knows if he's real. Might be a dozen little guys running around with paint and carving tools. I should try and remove that message. You should! It's only right for the cleric to clean up such a mess. Easy job. You'd have to take that carving knife by the candles and... Does this have to be a sleight of hand thing? Can't I use the power of my faith or something? What are you going to do? Close your eyes and pray? If you want to clean this old wooden thing, you've got to handle it carefully. No. Prayer does not work. Just put your trust in Earth. He will guide you. Or prayer does work. Oh. Yes, perhaps you can. Nice. You start working, picking up the tiny carving knife, the same that was used to scratch the wood. You can clean this up real quick. Spend 10 minutes working on it. With dexterous fingers, you precisely carve a layer off the statue. Within a few minutes, the message is entirely gone. Glorious, wonderful work. Fine craftsmanship is what it is. You could have been a wood carver in another life. If it was in any way a lucrative career, that is. Looks much better now. Oh yes, you're cleaning the world one message at a time. Hells yeah, you sure did great. Only problem? You did it for free, like some welfare janitor. Next time, give a quote. What do you think about the statue of my god, Snell? Real human culture here. Yeah, good job. Expected you to crack the thing in half. But you didn't! My work here is done. The duck. Inflict wounds and a crypt key. What are my chances of that? The duck. A dark iron can of a man sits alone on the temple steps. Duck, a waterfowl common in Ascani lakes. Scary things, they used to chase you when you were a kid out in the country. His face obscured, an axe strapped to his back. Thick axe, heavy. Citizen. His helmed head is slumped forward slightly. He is not really here. Just stare at him. No response. Wait. A metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving ever so slightly. His head turns. Oh fuck. Within the slits of his helmet, you see the faint shimmer of a bony face. Your name, soldier. His voice echoes out into the open chamber. Pure dread. I am Ragan. The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. Who are you? He is silent for a while. You feel a light breeze pass through your armor. The duck. Excuse me? I am the duck. You should be proud of your name. That doesn't suit you at all. Or quack laugh. Quack laugh. The knight does not respond. He does not wish to share more. Are you Lord Gorm? No. I see. I'm looking for Lord Gorm. Have you seen him? No. A truth. How do I open the gate down the stairs? I have the key. Oh, can I have it? No. You are too weak for that. The man is correct. You need to get back to your strength first. The city below is dangerous. Dangerous. You should make sure to prepare properly before heading down there. Perhaps bring more spells. Perhaps make sure to recuperate enough for you to once again be able to cast higher tier spells. It is embarrassing you have not already returned to your former state of esoteric mastery. The city below, it is darkness incarnate. Do not tread without care. You never do. A warning from someone with ages upon him. Why are you loitering here, knight? I am not. The cold voice echoes throughout the chamber. What are you doing then? I am on my off hours. Like it here? No response. I too would like to hang on the steps of the temple. His helmet turns slightly. Scary. But I won't force you to hang out with me. Some metallic creaking is all you hear from the night. Your manhood is infinitely tiny in comparison. Whom do you serve? I serve, he says, trailing off. Radiant. Yes? Once again, he turns to look at you, the darkness within his helmet seeming to reach out towards you. As if grabbing hold of the very air, you feel everything growing cold, his dark soul reaching out. This creature before you is neither human nor alive. I serve nothing. A lie and a truth at once. Where'd you get that cool armor? The knight sits completely still and does not answer your question. Got it. No response. This creature holds no grudges, yet his hollow disposition taunts your senses. You feel invalid next to this man. You must learn from his ways. Strength. Strength. Fuck off. The knight sits still. Is he even breathing? What do you know about the tea shop? Not much. He'll talk? Why? Not like you can threaten him exactly. You see anything suspicious before the explosion? No. Got it. Knight nods slowly. Where were you at noon on the 21st? Below. I need more than that, my good knight. The walls shook in the crypts. I was on patrol. I was not in position to perceive any misdoings. There are thousands of tombs and crypts scattered below this ancient metropolis. The city below is endless, and most of it stands unexplored to this day. Okay, sure, why were you in the crypts? He is silent and still for a moment. I have my purpose. As do you, soldier. Do not pry too deep. Noted. He places an iron hand on his knee, waiting for the next question. That is a firm yet gentle reminder that he could crush you in an instant. Do you have a piece of info that would help me? Maybe a man dressed in yellow? He goes silent for a while. A man passed through the halls below. Civilians do not pass there. Past the crypt entrance through the goblin's domain into the southern caverns. A man? Dark hair, silk clothes, headwear, dressed in yellow. What's past the crypts? The roots of the goblin's tree, then more tunnels, the southern tunnels, then the sewers. How do I get there? There are paths, most are trapped. Once you get there, the alligator might know more. His grounds are near. Alligator? His rage is endless, his appetite growing. Do not anger him. He won't speak more about this horrific creature. The knight looks down, waiting for your next question. How do I get to the city below? He pauses as if thinking about your question. The goblins use their passage below Viskin's lair. Right, the staircase by the apples where you woke up. There are many ways down, but the passage in the chamber where you woke up, that would be a good place. That is the safest path. So basically, dive deep like some spelunker? Yes. Might be some neat treasure down there. This is great. Thank you, my good knight. He is quiet. Has he been offered to answer your questions? This feels forced. Ordered to answer your questions? This feels forced. He likes you. Now some other questions. What's up with the mess? Without lifting his head, the knight answers in a cold tone. Election. Ah, so this is where it's being held. No reply. What are you voting for, my good knight? No reply. I'm going to vote for Azgalism. The knight doesn't even move. It stirs. His silence tells you nothing of life. Nor the humanish experience. Other questions? Citizen. Dusk of day one. We've got a level up. I have no idea what to level up, honestly. I kind of want to level up Charisma. I also kind of want to level up Con. I think let's go Charisma. Con gives us immediate benefits. We can come back to Charisma later. Ah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because, hold on. Let me load that autosave. Let's take a look at our inventory first. So this hammer is giving us Constitution. We're getting Intelligence and Wisdom and Dex. Yeah, let's go with Charisma. Okay. We need to go to Waterlane this evening. Inflict wounds is a DC 10. What have we got? I feel like he's gonna fuck us up if we try and take it though. I would go and maybe buy a Dex magazine, but The stand is probably closed by now. Huh. Shit. Yeah. Damn it. The depths of Tolstad. Sign says dormitory out of commission sake. Marking on the door says, Simi, son of Strokeback. A rough carving on the door says R&A. The slit mailbox says Snell HWBT. That's Snell's place, okay. Freitas. It's got some money. Don't really have time to talk. Tunnel to Waterlane View. Yeah, we gotta head there. Waterlane View, Lower Tolstead. Democratic propaganda. It says S. Yilan and Sons. Street sign says Upper Water View, Lower Water Docks. This bin is making a sound, a strange sound. How strange. Great. I'm gonna talk to you. A tense scene. Oh, cleric. Just a cleric, just in time. 4 young guys, each looking a bit nervous. Except the angry-looking blonde kid. We've confiscated the illegal goods, he says, and bows his head. For the city. He turns his head towards one of the kids behind him. How's it going, Earthness? I'm trying, hold on. Point at the lanky kid trying to cast a cantrip. Hey, stop it. He freezes and gives the blonde kid a nervous look. Oh, sorry, cleric. You see Rollo waving towards him, a gesture for him to ignore your comment. I'm Rollo, the blonde kid says and takes a bow. Rollo Malach, at your service. Behind me are Earthness, Stenbuskin, and Tully. We're the members of the Norvican resistance movement to... You're thieves! And ignorant book burners. The girl adjusts her spectacles and straightens her back. With all due respect, Mr. Cleric, don't believe a word from these thugs. You notice the 2 other girls behind her, a halfling and a dwarf, both look at each other. Assholes. Janine Clanless. Be careful, it's an actual cleric. Careful, it's an actual cleric. Thugs, come on, Medissa, really? Like the AY aren't just a bunch of ruffians. I've seen enough. The gobness whispers to you in sighs, just activists clashing. The AY? Azgalist youths. See her green armband? I'm confused. Is there a problem here? Problem taken care of, Lord Cleric. Oh, fuck off. They've stolen. You stole our entire water lane delivery. Yeah, sure. Of an illegal newspaper. Lord Cleric, I assure you, we're doing the city a favor here. I take that back. It's just a bunch of LARPers. An insult meaning someone who's delusional and roleplays themselves into a position of power or importance based on LARP, meaning live action roleplay. Okay, so I'm sensing a conflict here. Are you kids even allowed to be out this late? Both sides look at you with frowns. Look, I have a hard time seeing how old humans are as well, but these are clearly young adults, even if they're not acting their age. Hey, shut up, Goblin! Your companion grits his sharp fangs in the blonde kid's direction. Hey, kid, wanna die? Keep talking. Guh. He takes a step back. You're here to uphold the law, right? So arrest these assholes. Now! The dwarf grabs her hand and holds her back. Medusa, calm down, please. What does the law say about this conflict? The Azgal chant, or whatever silly name its anonymous publisher gave it, is not licensed for distribution in Tolstad. Requiring licenses for public distribution is a typical method to repress journalistic intent in Norbik. At the same time, it is also illegal to steal delivered newspapers from mailboxes, even if those papers are delivered illegally. That's a lot of illegality. Both are in the wrong in different ways, yes. Although it's clear that the boys are bullies and the girls are victims. I could just charm one of them, right? That would be a solution. Tell them you've made up your mind and then cast it on one of them. You explain your side. She scoffs. Okay, fine. Her dwarven friend mutters, Medusa, in a concerned tone. Copper press fever. We deliver papers for the Asgalian chant. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a pretty big deal. He chuckles. Snell chuckles. She draws a sharp breath. We have a busy schedule, and right as we started delivering papers in Waterlane, these pieces of shit started following us. Taking papers we've just delivered right out of people's mailboxes. That's illegal, right? Asks the halfling girl. Highly illegal. Of course it's illegal. And then they grab one of our paper stacks from Zerba. Like straight up assault and theft, and Medusa, it wasn't... They can't get away with this. It probably was not that bad. Poor girl. Okay? You, what's going on here? First of all, thank you for listening to reason. I know we look like some dumb kids, but we're not. Something about his expression makes you think the exact opposite. Burning the written word does nothing to dispel such a notion. He gestures towards you and then to himself. We're on the same team here. I don't look dumb, he says, looking dumb. Stop stalling. Tell me what you're doing here. So, we heard about the Azgal chant being delivered on Tolstad. Or I did, at the guild. I work at the fishery. I see every day how Earthfolk get radicalized by dwarven nonsense. So I figured I'd get the boys with me and we'd, put a stop to it. You want to stop the production of a copper paper through violence and terror. Glance at the pile of paper behind him. Through violence and terror, we, couldn't figure out where the thing was printed or anything. A lot of copper press zines don't really have official companies behind them. Especially trash like the chant you hear coming from this short kid in the back. Go fuck yourself, Tully. Hey, relax. I'm telling our story here to the good Lord Cleric. He turns back to you and coughs once. Of course, it's illegal to distribute unlicensed papers in every official district, so I ask around. Apparently, someone saw these girls at the university going around delivering it. Wasn't that difficult to figure out? It was Medusa doing the deliveries. Fucking Medusa. She's not allowed to do that, the large kid in the back says with a nod. Wait, you guys know each other? There's history here? Or turn to the girls. They don't like you, do they? They don't like women in general, she says with a frown. Back in school, everyone knew who Medusa was. The Azgalist annoyance, the blonde kid says with a grin. Such a terrible nickname. Unimaginative and boring. Also, fuck you. Anyways, that's how we got here. They're delivering an illegal magazine and we put a stop to it. He grins wide and proud. Not the time, Snell says, rubbing his eyes. The Workers' Party, she says, duh. Same for me. Yeah. And these stupid boys are obviously voting for the party of Norvik. No, we're not. None of us are. Yeah, fuck that. What? Yeah, no. The silent kid in the back raises his fist into the air. Fuck the establishment. Rollo nods to the cleric. There are deeper forces at work here. Divine forces. I see you're voting Azgalist then, same. As much as I want to click that just to hone in on the Azgalist option, I feel like that's a bad idea. Oh, your free strider's very cool. You should obviously vote for me. Wait, you're not voting for anything? Indeed. We're not voting at all. What? If you don't engage in democracy, the bad guys win. You're apolitical, that's impressive. I am also apolitical. I don't engage with politics. The blonde kid says, gesturing to his friends, we are fighting the evil powers, ready to establish a true resistance to anti-human sentiments. For Earth! The girl with the creased brow sighs loudly. Take my god out of your mouth, kid. That sounds like a conspiracy, ... Take my god out of your mouth, kid. He stutters and looks to the guys behind him. Sorry. Okay, I've come to a conclusion. Good, she says and nods. She's hiding a nervous expression. Great, good. He's outwardly very nervous. Approach the blonde kid to see if you can get these nationalists to back off. Approach the girl with the spectacles to check if you can argue against these Azgals. Or isn't there a compromise to be found here? I'm going pretty hard on the Azgalist. And also, fuck you, fuck the nationalist shit. So, oh, no. Yes. Sorry, if I misclick, I'm gonna be reloading, cause fuck that shit. Shit. Was all my dialogue with this guy gone? No, okay. Okay, we're gonna just do what we did before. Charisma. Sorry about this. And I'm gonna try and pick all the same options as before. We already look at the bike. Yep. Oh, did we... shit. Did we talk to the lady? It was 9:18 when we went here, so yeah, we talked to her. Because I got the quest, right? Sorry, this is awkward, but... Yeah, we did, okay. There wasn't anything to grab there. Just gonna click through. Sorry. Hey, stop it. Bum bum bum.
Oh.
Bum 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 bum. The AY. Azgalist youths. I'm confused. Is there a problem here? Oh, fuck off. LARPers. Sensing conflict here. Are you kids even allowed to be out this late? Slaw. I should just charm one of them. What are you guys voting in the election?
Mm-hmm.
What? You're not voting for anything? I'm not voting at all. I should let the bad guys win. Take my god out of your mouth. Sorry. You. Highly illegal. First of all, it's trying to flatter me. Stop stalling. Through violence and terror. They don't like you, do they? They don't like women in general. Good. Approach the blonde kid. There we go. Oh, hey! He stares at you, trying to retain his composure. He's terrified. You're frustrated already. You're likely to take it out on both sides if you fail at getting them to give back the papers. Beware. Do I want a charm person? I do kind of want a charm person, because fuck these guys. Yep. No. Oh, okay, yes. Oh, hey, what do you think we should do? Rollo, I think you should leave. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. What, but we're going? I trust this guy. He gives you a thumbs up. The silent kid in the back also gives you a thumbs up. Rollo snatches up the stack of papers and tosses them over to Medusa. She catches them with an oof, accompanied by a foul expression. Grumbling, the boys then leave Waterlane. Gods be damned. The three girls collect themselves for a second. Shit. Yeah, wow, that was scary. Mr. Cleric, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot. Your cause is good, keep at it. Will do. And if you want to help out, come by Simi's apartment at the Holes. As long as you're a friend, you'll be welcomed. Within a minute, they've dispersed, leaving Waterlane a bit less rowdy than before. I'd say that was the right choice, even if those girls seem shady as well. Now let's get out of here. Time to leave. All right. I think that is as good a place as any. Ooh. Let's take a look at this quest and see what feat it gives us. But then yes, after that we're done. Or no, you know what? I'm gonna leave that for next time. Next time we will allow that to take root. So I'm gonna actually save this time and quit out. I hope you all enjoyed that episode. I'm actually streaming this on the same day as stream 2. Just needed to get back into it, you know. And I'm glad I did. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.